Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about critical minimum effort thesis, and this is given by Liebenstein, and he is Liebenstein, and he is of the view that every underdeveloped economy is badly affected because of vicious circle of poverty. And I hope you know the meaning of vicious circle of poverty. It is nothing but the circular constellation of forces acting and reacting upon one another, so that poor country it is remaining in the state of poverty. And if I want to say more on vicious circle of poverty, it is nothing but less income, and that is leading to less savings, less investment, less employment opportunities. So like that, the vicious circle will be continued, and that will be finally leading to low per capita income over the country. So if an underdeveloped country with low per capita income and overpopulation, if they want to come out from that situation, Liebenstein is of the view that they are in need of achieving a critical minimum effort. It is needed, critical minimum effort is needed for steady economic growth, which will raise the per capita income. Critical minimum effort is nothing but a sufficiently large minimum effort needed for achieving a sustained economic growth. And we know the fact that every economy is subject to shocks and stimulants. Shocks are nothing but the forces that reduces the per capita income, output, employment. And stimulants are the forces that increases the per capita income, output and employment. So an economy, if it has to be improved, it is said stimulants should be higher than the shocks. And that's why he says that economy develops only when income rising factors are stimulated much beyond the income depressing factors. And he is also of the view that there are some growth agents. With them only we can think of the growth in the particular economy. They are like entrepreneurs, savers, investors and innovators. These are the people who are acting as agents for economic growth, because only through them there will be increase in the productive skills, stock of knowledge will be increasing, rate of saving investment will be increasing. So for an underdeveloped economy, if they want to achieve high economic growth, he is saying that the role of entrepreneurs, savers, investors and innovators are very important. And he is also talking about two incentives like zero-sum incentive and positive-sum incentive. Zero-sum incentive is nothing but the incentive which exercise zero effect on economic growth. Because of that, there is not going to be much changes in the per capita income. It is not going to raise the national income but have only distributive effect. And the positive sum incentive is it leads to expansion of the national income. It includes productive investment, technical know-how, innovations, etc. And if underdeveloped country, if they want to develop themselves, it needs certain things like expansion of growth agents. Growth agents previously we have seen like innovators, entrepreneurs, investors, savers and so on. So there must be expansion in the growth agents. And a decrease in the capital output ratio. What is that capital output ratio? The amount of capital required in order to produce an output. So that ratio must come down. An increase in the effectiveness of factors of production. Increased specialization and expansion of secondary and tertiary sector. So there must be expansion in the industrial sector. There must be expansion in the tertiary sectors like education, banking, transport, communication and so on. And overall economic change and social change is also needed. So if we have all these things, underdeveloped country can quickly develop. But if we see the features of underdeveloped countries, they have the zero-sum entrepreneurial activity. They always resist for new ideas, and non-productive expenditure is there, especially non-productive conspicuous public and private consumption expenditure. So even the government is wasting its money, and the private people, they are also, private individuals, they are also wasting their money in unwanted consumption, or we can say in the luxurious consumption. And not only that, population growth is also very high, and every government is taking effort, as Malthus says. Every government is concentrating on spreading awareness for the people regarding positive checks and preventive checks, to control the population growth. But still, the growth of population is it is high, and we always have a high capital output ratio. So these were the features of UDCs, and because of that only, Liebenstein is of the view that UDC should take at least a critical minimum effort if they want to move from a subsistence level of living to the sustained level of living. They should have at least a critical minimum level of increase in the per capita income. That is trying to narrate with the help of this diagram. In OX, he is measuring per capita income and induced income growth, and in OY per capita income and induced income declines. And initially, the economy is slowly growing from O point to E, where the income depressing forces and declining forces are same. And after government takes some efforts, it is still increasing from OE, per capita income is still increasing from OE to OM. But even that increase is not enough to have a sustained level of living, because income depressing forces are more, shocks are more than the stimulants. So automatically that will bring down the per capita income to the original level OE. So though it has increased, taken effort to increase the per capita income to the level of M, income depressing forces like Z1, Z1, that is higher than the income increasing forces X1, X1. So because of that, the income, the per capita income, it automatically comes down to the original position. So in underdeveloped countries, if growth is to be a sustained one, they should increase the income to the level of at least OK. That is the critical minimum effort. Per capita income increase must be at least OK, so that the economy can grow. It can withstand with the shocks because the stimulants are higher. So naturally they will be able to improve the growth rate. So that is a view of Liebenstein. Shocks, every underdeveloped economy facing shocks, they should concentrate on improving their stimulants. Growth agents must be given importance. Entrepreneurial activity must improve. Capital output ratio, they must be able to stabilize that. And there must be industrial expansion. There must be tertiary sector expansion. When all this are happening, then automatically income depressing forces like shocks will come down, and income increasing forces, which is going to increase the level of output, income, employment, that will be improving. This is how an economy will be able to attain, or will be able to move from the subsistence level of living to the sustained level of growth. Thank you.